Today, the Portland Trail Blazers play their only game of the week as they head into Sacramento to face the Kings, who are sitting at 2-4 after back-to-back blowout losses to the Houston Rockets. The Kings were the 3 seed last year, but they had insane injury luck. Basically, nobody got hurt all season long, and there was a lot of talk that the Kings maybe overachieved due to having their entire roster healthy all season long, which is very rare for an NBA team to have. This season, the injury bug has already bit them as De'Aaron Fox is missing time, and that coincides with the Kings starting off with a 2-4 record. The Kings offense has been very dismal without Fox. Sacramento was hopeful that Keegan Murray would step up and take more of a leadership role in the offense. He has struggled, and this Kings defense just isn't good. It wasn't that good last year either. Their offense basically carried them throughout the entire season, but without De'Aaron Fox, their offense just is not getting the job done and not carrying that team. Davion Mitchell has been starting at the point guard spot in place of De'Aaron Fox, and the rest of the starting lineup is the same. Kevin Huerter at the shooting guard spot, Harrison Barnes at small forward, Keegan Murray at power forward, and Domantas Sabonis at the center spot. Sabonis is the guy who will make things go for the Kings. He's averaging 16 points per game, 13 boards, and 6 assists. The problem is the Kings just need more offensively without De'Aaron Fox, and Keegan Murray, as I stated, is slumping. He's shooting 36% from the field, as well as 26% from 3. Harrison Barnes and Malik Monk are the two guys that are hitting threes for the Kings right now. Those are the guys to watch out for from behind the arc. And the Kings rely heavily on their starters. Only one player off the bench plays more than 20 minutes. That's Malik Monk. You also see some time from JaVale McGee at the backup center spot, Oregon legend Chris Duarte, Sasha Vezenkov, and Carlik Jones. The Kings right now shoot the second most threes in the league, but shoot only 24th best at 32.9%. They rarely get to the rim, so that explains their offensive struggles. They're not a team that's going to get to the free throw line a bunch, so that explains their offensive struggles. They shoot a ton of threes, they miss a ton of threes. Everywhere else, they're okay in offensively. The one area where they excel is they don't turn over the ball much. They have the second best turnover rate on offense, only turning over the ball 11.7 times per game. Defensively, the Kings really struggle defending both the three-point line and at the rim. I'm curious to see the Blazers shot diet tonight, given that they are the worst three-point shooting team in the league right now, but have some success when they try and attack the rim, and Sacramento is definitely a team that you can try and attack the rim against. Their perimeter defenders don't do the best job keeping the ball in front of them, and then it's not like they have much rim protection with Domantas Sabonis, and they're playing a heavy amount of minutes. So that's a key for the Blazers, is to try and get downhill and attack the Sacramento Kings defense, get to the rim, get to the foul line. The Kings will send opponents to the free throw line. They rank 22nd in opponent's free throw rate. So that's really the main area of opportunity for this Blazers offense, who some have said is the worst in the entire league. This Blazers offense is really struggling, including a lull last game where they scored 2 points in 8 minutes and 22 seconds to end the game. This Blazer team needs to cut down on those lulls, find ways to manufacture good quality shots, and if they're struggling from the free throw line, they cannot fall in love with the three-point ball like they did last game where they shot 45 of them, because the Blazers are currently shooting 29.5% from behind the arc. That's awful. The problem is the Blazers are also shooting second worst at the rim in the entire NBA, shooting 55.1%. The only team that's worse than them is the New York Knicks, but I think that percentage deserves some context because the Blazers shoot the most shots at the rim. 40.5% of their shots come within 30 feet. So they're trying to get to the rim. Their percentages at the rim probably lag a little bit behind because of their willingness to drive into traffic with a court that's not all that spaced. So I don't think Portland is necessarily a bad finishing team like that rim finishing number would suggest. They've also played a lot of big teams. This Sacramento Kings team is not big, does not protect the rim well. So that's really the one thing to watch for in tonight's game. Can the Blazers get to the rim? Can they finish at the rim? Can they convert at the free throw line? The injury report for the Kings is as such. Guard De'Aaron Fox is out, and forward Trey Lyles is out. For the Blazers, they'll be without Scoot Henderson again, Anthony Simons, Robert Williams III, who might miss the rest of the season, as well as Ish Wainwright. The Blazers could elect to go with small ball at their backup 5 spot without Robert Williams. Maybe Jabari Walker sees some time there. Maybe that opens up some minutes to the power forward spot, and Chris Murray gets his first real action of the year going against his brother. With JaVale McGee being the backup center, I think that's something the Blazers could get away with. However, they could also elect to play Moses Brown, who's their only other legitimate center on the roster right now. I think this is a game where Shaedon Sharpe could absolutely thrive. He needs to shoot at least 18 times today. That's kind of an arbitrary number, but I want him to be aggressive. I want him to attack. I want him to be involved in the offense from the opening tip to the final buzzer. During that lull in that previous Memphis Grizzlies game, this Blazers offense wasn't looking too sharp. Sharp had 2 shot attempts in the final 8:22, and he was on the floor for every second of that. When the offense is that bad, Shaedon Sharpe needs to be more aggressive. The Blazers need to find ways to get him involved because, in my opinion, he is the best offensive player on this team right now. So against a team that gives up dribble penetration and doesn't have much rim protection, I want Sharpe to go off today. This is a recipe for a big game from him, especially if Kevin Huerter gets the matchup against him, because I think Davion Mitchell might be guarding Malcolm Brogdon instead. And Davion Mitchell is one of the smaller guards of the league, so if he's on Shaedon Sharpe, maybe you sprinkle in some Shaedon Sharpe post-ups or find ways where Sharpe can use a size advantage against the Davion Mitchell to get involved and get some buckets. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Kings game tonight. Give me your thoughts on this game. What do you expect? Do you think the Blazers can get a win? What's the keys for them to get a win? I'm always curious to read your thoughts going into games down in the comment section below. Also, we're going to be doing a watch party tonight. I'm going to be live with Crushables. That should be fun, so stay tuned for that. Also, join our Discord as we have game threads for every single game. Link in the description box below. And that being said, I'm out of here. I'll catch you next time. Until then, as always, peace out. Go Blazers!